Sound check. All right. Hi, everyone. This is Star Channel Tarot. I'm going to be checking in on Pisces energy today. I should have written that in the thing. I'm sorry, I totally forgot. And I have my tiny little deck that I got, my Kim Kranz mini. So for those of you that are new to my channel, tarot has no gender. This is a general reading. Please use your intuition. Take what's yours. Take what's yours and leave the rest. Don't create a story that is gonna drive you insane. If it doesn't fit, then leave it for somebody else. Okay, you guys. Readings are timeless. This can be your past. This can be your present. This can be your future. The energy can be flipped. If it's not you, it can be your person. If you'd like to book a reading with me, shoot me an email, starchanneltarot, one word, starchanneltarot@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and set your notifications so you can know when the next reading will be. Last but not least, I want to thank everybody for their tips and donations because I know you guys work really hard for your money. The open hand not only gives but receives. So I want to thank everybody for who has been generous enough to send a donation. And Terry, if you're out there, I've been thinking about you a lot, and I've just, I hope you're doing okay, honey? All right. So I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces. Right now I'm going to check in on the Pisces energy. Let me open up. All right. So we have the vessel, and we have something hidden. Let's see what's the ring. All right, so let's read these two. So I'm focusing on Pisces energy today for anyone who's watching. The vessel. Which is 5069. The vessel, 203. So that's a self, and we have the ring, which is 57. So we have a tool and we have a self. So 203. Okay. The vessel. The body, the container, the cup. The vessel may be the most powerful archetypal form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid, Stoves hold fire, our bodies hold organs, our homes hold family. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs, savings account protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full? Or perhaps there is no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction. That's the octopus energy with Pisces. Energy tends to spill, so Pisces requires a vessel. Pisces requires a container for the energy. Pisces requires boundaries, okay? Not on themselves, but on other people. That's a common affliction for Pisces. It's a very common lesson. It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life that must be honored. It is time for you to build, break, or repair. You must find out. The mentor and the healer must pay particular attention to this archetypal form. Healing cannot be sustained without a strong container. So Pisces, if you've been on a healing journey, this is very important. This is saying that you have to protect your energy, you have to protect your essence, you have to protect who you are. And that's extremely relevant. The physical body is the most sacred vessel of all. It is the one in which you reside from your first breath to your last. It may need your attention. The ring. 57. $179. The infinite, the wheel, the connection. So this is telling me that you, Pisces, are growing in your spirituality. And it's telling me that Pisces must protect their spirituality as they elevate. As Pisces elevates, as Pisces ascends, Pisces needs to protect themselves. And as you ascend, you're reaching into a higher connection. The infinite, the wheel, the connection. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space and time and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit. And this one talks about planets, right, being contained around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and the macro united. This card calls us to deepen our connection with self, other, and the world at large. As you elevate, you're meant to connect. Your connection is strengthening. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. Connectedness, humility, sacred cycles. So, in the very literal sense, there could be a ring. Oh, hold on. Oh, there you guys are. I was wondering how come nobody has showed up. Hey, Kat. Hi, Eli. Hi, Rita. It's saying that I'm doing Pisces today, you guys. So there's something that's being elevated in Pisces spiritually. You know what? And I'm going to use my animal for this because Pisces has one of Pisces' lessons is learning boundaries. So as you guys heal and move forward, You have to have your boundaries established. And I feel like these boundaries that you establish are going to bring you into union, a ring with somebody, a connection with somebody, and it'll also, this is connection to source. Okay, let me continue. How are you guys doing over there? Anything new? Anything world happening over in your part of the globe? Past, present, future, body and soul. Eden, crown. Let's go. The medallion. This is like the new beginning, the Ace of Pentacles. Realizing this is talking about a new beginning, you guys. The medallion, 59. And I believe that's a tool, is medallion. It's a tool. So you've got two tools. So that means you're elevating as a person, right? You're elevating and you're gathering tools for your new lesson. So you're ascending and you're gathering the tools that you're going to need. So in your life, you're acquiring skills, you're acquiring gifts, you're acquiring, I mean, for some of you guys, it will be tangible gifts, but I feel like it's not talking about tangible stuff. But literally, like, this to me is like the Ace of Pentacles, and this is a ring, like that can't be interpreted any other way, but you guys know a ring, marriage, union. Okay, 59, page 183. The amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing of a sacred item is an ancient ritual within families, between lovers. These are both between lovers. So these are talking about an exchange between you and your lover. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds. Some of great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise, marriage. This is a ring that my mom gave me when I was like, man, I don't know. I must have been like 6 or 7. I'm slender, so it's, maybe it fit like on a bigger finger before, but I've always worn it. Same thing, it binds me to my mother, right? Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectations. Materials hold consciousness, and it's time to reconcile the vibration of the objects around you. What do you covet? Why? Is there an object you hold onto for years that you're ready to release? Perhaps it's time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. So out of the darkness, it's aligning with the one thing that you really believe in. Okay, next one. Switch our hands, see. Gnosis. That's knowing, right? My Latin is not so good. It's not gnosis. I believe that's the knowing. It's the initiation. So this is the person, this is the self, these are the tools, and you're going through some kind of initiation. 217, number 75, 217, 217. I should have put Pisces in the title, but I totally forgot. Innermost knowing, mystic truths. Okay, so this is ascension. This is ascension. So you've got two ascension cards, and you've got two union cards. You've got two gifts from a lover to the person, two covenants being made here. In the tools, you have two covenants being made, and in the exterior, in the initiations, you have ascension, and in yourself, you have ascension because you've got the vessel card. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures and scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that arises from the felt experience of having touched and the unknown with every one of the senses. Let me repeat that. Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience. So it's something that you guys have gone through. It's not something that you've read about. It's not something that you've seen on TV. It's something that you've lived. It's something that you've felt pain with, something that you had joy with, something that you've been depressed about. Of having touched, rises from the felt knowledge of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. So you've seen it, you've seen pain, you've seen happiness, all of your senses. Those who are drawn to gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, which would be you guys, because obviously I'm quite the esoteric reader, right? Like I don't stick to 3D as much as 5D. Esoteric, things that are of the higher realms, right? Likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, which is exactly what I do. So if you guys even listening to me, it resonates, because if you guys listen to me regularly, then you're into mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. That's what this is talking about. Knowing is their calling. Not knowing is their description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to I'm going to do the alchemy guidebook. They come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip toward mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you're forever changed and become a guardian of gnosis. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, okay, so you guys are going to be going through some kind of experience, physical 3D experience of the 5D. You guys are let me repeat this. You guys are going to be having a physical experience of something spiritual, because 5D means spiritual. So you're going to have a physical, tangible experience of something spiritual. And once that happens, it will be life-changing. Okay, so for those of you that follow me on the regular, I've told you like one of my stories that really was very revealing to myself was when because I'm clairvoyant and I'm claircognizant, clairsentient. Like I have a couple of clairs, and I can see the past, and I saw. For me, and I'm sharing my experience in case you guys have something like this happen to you, like, hey honey, how are you? Yay! Hi Jenny. So I had a vision of my grandfather speaking to my grandmother. This is obviously like they were young. I wasn't even born. I wasn't even anything. And they were having an argument about my grandmother was his second marriage, and they were having an argument about the child that he had in his first marriage. I never knew about this. I just had it in a vision, and I knew what had happened, but my mother passed away, so I could never verify. I don't even know if my mom had to have known, but I literally have no one to verify it with, right? Then my cousin was telling me, somehow she found out, because she somehow she found out, and she told me stuff about that afternoon. And I didn't ask her. She just told me out of, we were just having conversation, and she started telling me about that day. I don't even know how we got into that. And the details that she was giving me started lining up with my vision. And when she told me, I was like, oh my God, I can, like, it confirmed my vision. So it showed me that it was like proof to me, because when you're on this path, you have a lot of self-doubt. So you have to be, pray to your guides, pray to God, pray to your spiritual guides, pray to your ancestors to give you very clear signs, because we're so stuck in this reality that it's hard for us to see things when they come outside of our reality, you guys. So to me, that's an example for me. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. And when I realized that that vision that I had about my grandparents was real, then that led me into questioning, okay, how did I see this? Is it a recording that I'm allowed to see? Right? Is there like a machine that's, or something that's recording every moment, every second in time? Or did I astral travel there? Was that like I was time traveling there in perception and I saw it? Like, it just led to a whole, but what it did do, I mean, obviously, like, I don't know the answers. I don't know what it was. But one thing I do know is that I did see it and that it was real, and I've had it verified. So it has become it's become like a very important thing for me, because it's allowed me to recognize that when I see, have faith in myself, have confidence in what I do. So this is what's happening to a lot of you guys. You're going to be going through some kind of physical 3D present day experience that's going to tell you that you're connected to the 5D. It's going to be different for all of you guys. So once again, meditation is really important. Every day, just do your best, even if it's 5 minutes of, because what you're doing when you're meditating is you're quieting your mind. You're sitting down, you're like, this is a very heavy time and we all need it. Go sit under the shower and let the water run over you. Go walk around barefoot, ground yourself, because the energy is very heavy and you're not just picking up. All of us have all sorts of things happening in our lives, right? But you're picking up on, if you're a twin, you're picking up on your partner's things, on their struggle, on their issues, and society in general, because this is saying you're connected to the universe, and you're finally, it's not that you're just realizing, it's that you're gaining confidence in that you are, because I always knew that everything is connected, but I wasn't confident in my visions, and having somebody out of nowhere confirm something for me, that gave me confidence. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. It really did change my life. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of the gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. When in light, contemplating the mystery, unanswerable questions. This card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truths. Those who say they know, don't. Those who say they don't know. Okay. So you're coming into a very, very deep place of awakening. Of course, this is not going to be for every Pisces. If you're not doing the work, then you're not doing the work, and you're going to be stuck on some wheel until you do the work, okay? I don't want everyone to think, oh, I'm a Pisces, I'm elevated. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to do the work. All right. Let's get one more. So we have 2 tools. We have initiation and one view. and then we'll do alchemy to see what's happening, because you're alchemizing. Alchemizing means like you're taking pain. You have the power to take pain. Okay, first is empathy, right? So when you're empathetic, you feel somebody's pain. You feel somebody's if I see somebody, I can 100%, I feel what they're feeling. I feel their pain. It's very difficult for me to see people suffering because I can feel their pain in a way that other people cannot. I cannot separate. You know, if I see somebody hungry, it's very difficult for me. You would, somebody in pain, somebody suffering, I've never been able to put up with somebody hurting another person because I feel like they're hurting me. So that would be something that you would be very similar. That would be, when you empathize. But when you become a healer, you're able to move beyond the empathy, like advance and transmute the energy. So what do I mean by transmute? It's you learn to transmute the pain into healing. So you're able to speak to other people. Maybe some of you guys are going to be like energetic healers. Like that's a gift too. You may be awakening to, there's some people that can place hands on other people and heal them. I don't know what your gifts are going to be. I'm just giving you examples, you know? Everything exists in this beautiful universe. So the only limitations we have are those we place on ourselves. We got the Queen. You're sure elevating, baby. You are sure. Oh, dude. You got the Queen and the Shaman. This is all talking about how you're elevating spiritually, and then this is like the Empress in this deck, and then you got the Shaman, which is like the High Priestess and the Hierophant put together. This is really important, you guys. The Castle, the Hunter, the Threshold. You're on the edge. I think you're building something magnificent, and you're going to be protected, and you're going for it. This is really important, you guys. Like, for those of you that this resonates with, please stay on the path, because this is why I'm doing this, because this is such an important time, and we need more healers on the planet. We need more healers on the planet. We need people that take this seriously. On whatever corner of our beautiful planet you're located, you're so needed right now. You're so needed right now. And all these hard lessons that you're going through, because I know they're hard. I know they're heartbreaking. They're filled with darkness. They're filled with isolation. That's what happens. You have to go through the fire. You have to be burned down. You have to. That's just what it is to come into gnosis. To become a phoenix, you have to go through the fire. Where is it? The Queen and the Shaman. 11. 11 and 16. The Shaman. 83 and 33. Wait, 33? 93. 83 and 93. Okay. The Queen. Damn, you guys, that's really big. Queen, 83. The Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. Like her counterpart, remember, tarot has no gender, you guys. Like her counterpart, the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the lands. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. She is the lotus's bloom. She is the dancer's bow. Sorry, the dancer's bow. I was like, why a bow? I was thinking bow and arrow, but no, the dancer's bow. Okay, so she's the lotus's bloom. The lotus's bloom is when the flower is beautiful, when the flower goes into expression, right? That's why it has the lotus right here. The lotus bloom. So you're the beauty of the flower. The dancer's bow. The dancer bows at the end of their performance after they've been magnificent, right? They've had a beautiful performance. The dancer goes in front of the crowd and bows down. The moon's radiant reflection. You're the beauty of the moon. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. That's one of the big lessons for this collective, right? Patience. That's one of the most difficult lessons. Forgiveness, I'm sure forgiveness is difficult as well, but I feel like patience is, I know patience is difficult, right? You guys know patience is difficult. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing, to be the benevolent leader. To embody the queen is to settle into deep trust, knowing what you know and knowing that it's going to happen, resolve and power. When you know something is going to happen, when you have faith that something's going to happen. That's what I'm trying to, like, when I do these readings, I want to give you faith in your power, faith in the knowing. And I know that sometimes the in-between is scary and it's great and you're like, oh my God, well, what if this would? No, you have to know. You have to be in your power. You have to wake up into this queen. You are the vessel. You have the tools. You're going into very, very deep knowledge. You're becoming an empress, the high priestess, the hierophant. Like, you're on a very, very high spiritual path. It would never be easy. If it were easy, everybody would do it. The royal queen fears nothing. You should not be afraid of anything. For divinity itself cradles her heart. Divinity itself cradles her heart means she is protected. And then with that, you have the shaman, which is super spiritual. Let me see what it says for this. The magi, the sorcerer, the medicine woman, the healer, you guys. You're magical. You're elevating, you're becoming the empress, you're becoming the high priestess. The three archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study. The mentor. So you have to, what does that mean? If you guys are on this path, you have to take it seriously. You have to start reading up. You have to do your meditation. You need to start focusing. You need to start acting upon it. It's not just saying something. It's being that thing. It's like, so I always, like I've told you guys, I I do my best to practice what I preach. So I've told all the viewers, not just for you, but for everybody, we need to work on our fears. What are we afraid of? We need to work on our ego. We need to work on our traumas, our childhood traumas, and we need to work on our self-limiting beliefs, because obviously for this collective, they do not exist. The only thing that's holding you back is you. It's not your neighbor. It's not society. For everybody else, it is. But for you, it's not. Because you are on a very, very special, unique path. If you don't study, and it's not just going to happen overnight. You have to study and put in the effort. You need to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. And by happen, I mean your gifts, whatever gifts you're meant to have. Everybody has special gifts. You won't come into them into this lifetime, and they're so important for you, for us, for society, for the world, for you to, if you're here, there's a higher calling for you, okay? If this is your reading, this is a higher calling for you. If it's not, people are going to tune out. They're not going to like stay here and understand what's going on here, okay? Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self. I just talked about that. I didn't even know that. You have to heal yourself. So fear, ego, trauma, self-limiting beliefs. For me, one of that expression was not knowing how to swim. So I forced myself to go face that fear, take swimming classes. I'm still not swimming, but I'm still taking my classes because I understand that it is a physical representation of something that has happened in my childhood, perhaps something ancestral. And because I know that I'm present on this path, I'm going to face these things so that I can be the brightest beam that I can be. This is about my healing. This is about your healing. And as you heal yourself, you'll receive gifts from God, gifts from the universe. You will receive the gift of union. This path of love, this twin flame union that if you're going to be so high, you're probably a twin. If you're so high up, you're going to be a twin. The twin journey was the carrot that was dangled in front of you so you could wake up, so you could ascend. But the twin flame union is not the end all be all. You are the end all be all. You are what is meant to elevate. You are the one that's meant to transcend. And when you transcend, all these other things fall in place. The twin flame union is not the end all be all. You are the end all be all. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the healer. And the third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world. Damn, you guys. The shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to lead into this world, the unseen. Yo, I just told you about my experience, how like seeing the past and have it verified told me that it's real, like that my gifts are real. You are going to have beautiful gifts coming to you. Not only that, you're like the in-between. You're opening the doorway to the other world. You're allowing magic to leak into this world. What do we most need? Magic is another word for blessings. Magic is another word for miracles. Magic is another word for healing. Look at this. This hand is going into the darkness to receive magic. You've got the jewels. You've got the stars. You've got the serpent, right? You're protected, spiritual. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. That's exactly what I said. Yet where there is power, there is shadow. So the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. So the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. So why that is, if you don't understand your flaws, your limitations, the things that have held you back, your fears. In studying your fears, you understand them and you know how they're not valid. In studying your ego, you realize how it's not valid. In studying your trauma, you realize how it's not valid, how it's holding you back. In studying your self-limiting beliefs, you realize how they're not valid. In studying the darkness, you understand. There's no way people cannot be, I'm a light worker and only deal with the light. No, you have to understand the balance that makes you. You have to understand your triggers so that you can control them. You have to understand the things that have been holding you back so you can take their power. When in light, fearless student and practitioner. When in dark, overpromises, blames, hurts themselves and others. Contrary to popular belief, the shaman archetype appears in every vocation. Teachers, directors, surgeons, politicians, poets are just a few of the faces a shaman may wear. The shaman can't be rushed. Working with this archetype requires study and perseverance. Think of it like bringing or marinating. The content must permeate every fiber of the being. This is slow and intentional. You have this gift. You have this gift. It's saying you're the vessel. You're becoming the empress. You're becoming the shaman. You're going through this initiation period of knowing, of understanding the higher realms, of becoming psychic, of receiving gifts. Here are your gifts that are coming in, connected to the universe, understanding a whole new union with your person. But you have to be intentional. You have to understand your actions. You're in such a powerful place. You have to understand that. Karma. Karma, karma, karma. Your actions have ramifications. You have to start living your life knowing how powerful you are and that everything you do affects others, affects the well-being, affects society, affects you. You can't just go around willy-nilly doing stuff, okay, you guys? You have to be very conscious of this. You really, 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 really do. Because if you're resonating with this, if this is your collective, you're tapping into something higher, something stronger, something more powerful, okay? And the world is in dire need of you. Dire, dire need of you. People are gonna, and you have to understand your darkness as well. It's not about, oh, I'm just, no. You have to understand your darkness so you can understand other people's darkness. Or when people are acting in their shadow. Let's see what this deck says. Please let me see what's coming. Please let me see what I need to see. Past, present, future. God, how amazing. You guys, like somebody out here who's watching this could become like a healer, like a genuine healer. You could, I don't even know, like there's so many things. You could open portals. You could, I don't know. I'm limited, right? I'm limited in what, I'm limited in even what I could conceptualize to be your gift. You could have something that I have no idea. The thing is to remain open. Whatever gift is coming to you, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And the work is tough, you guys. The work is tough. It's not easy. It's dealing with your own demons. It's not even just dealing with your own demons. It's befriending your demons and telling your demons, facing your demons and saying, I understand why you've been in my life. I understand why you were in my life. I understand that you were here to protect me to a certain point, but I don't need you anymore, and I release you. I know you're not here to harm me. You were just, because our fears are only there at some point in the beginning, because you know, you need to be afraid of fire because you'll get burned. Don't touch the stove. Your ego is only there to protect you. Your trauma is something you build to protect yourself. Your self-limiting beliefs are there to protect you, right? But they only work to a certain point. You outgrow them. You don't need them. You do not need those things anymore. You do not need those things anymore. It's time for you to grow and be this. It's time for you to grow into this. We need you guys to be this. I need you guys to be this. Please let me see what's happening. Please give us some knowledge. The golden egg. The mouse. What are you afraid of? What is this fear that you have? What are you afraid of? You need to face your fears. Tarantula. And underneath everything, you have the unicorn, which is a spiritual card. All the circles, just so you guys know, if you guys buy this deck, are spiritual cards. Just so you guys know, I mean, you know, because I've worked with these cards, the animal cards more, so I know them. This is amazing. This is the gift that is waiting for you, and this is the awakening. This is the bear that's waking up from the slumber. And can I tell you guys, a couple of days ago, I think it was during the weekend, I think it was a couple of days ago. Is Jenny still here? I was woke. I didn't sleep last night. Last night, I don't know if you guys had issues, are having issues, but last night I couldn't sleep. I think I woke up like at 2 in the morning. I should have done a reading. I could not sleep. I was like tossing and turning. I think I must have fallen asleep like at 4:30 in the morning. I had to, because I normally, well, this weekend I had a vision of a bear. I had a vision of a bear. There was a bear at my feet, and he was looking at me, and he was just like, it wasn't scary. He was just like looking at me, and I like kind of like, you know, when you wake up, you're like, what am I seeing? Like it did, like I was like, huh? It's very confusing when stuff happens like that to you. Like, what? Because when I see what, I wasn't dreaming about bears. Something like woke me up. Well, spirit woke me up, right? And I saw a bear at my feet, and I was like, to me, I know that the bear is a sign for something is coming, something is awakening, something is coming. So I took it as that. I was like, okay. And then it just like, you know, it just disappeared. But I genuinely, Jenny, I really was going to do your reading. But I ended up getting food poisoning, and I ended up getting a horrible migraine. So as it was happening, because I remember when you sent me that message, I was like, oh my gosh, like I knew you were having a very difficult time. I was like, okay, I'll come online and check the energy. I couldn't. I physically could not do the readings. It like I was physically being held back. So then I was thinking, damn, like, why am I, like, whenever something like that happens, I'm like, why am I being held back? Because like what I wanted to do, my volition was to do the reading, but I was being prevented physically from doing the readings. So then I thought, like, honestly, Jenny, I thought about you, and I was thinking, this is a trial period for Jenny. She needs to go through this, because part of the only reason I was going to do the reading was because I felt like you were going through such a difficult time. Well, you guys know I didn't do the reading, right? I didn't go online because I was very sick. But I did have a vision, and I had a vision of a bear. And the bear is showing up in the outcome. The golden egg. The golden egg is part of the spirits. I think, where is it? The spiritual. Let me see. Spirit cards, 17. I wish she had an index for them like she does in the other one. Maybe if I had the big one, huh? If I had the big deck. If you guys buy this, the big books are worth, it's just hard because like I have really small hands if you guys purchase these decks. So if you guys have small hands, I recommend buying the small version, but the small books are not very good. The big books are better. I mean, it's the same information, but it's just, I might just buy this deck again in the big version just so I can have the big deck. I don't know, I'll think about it. Because there's so many decks you want to buy. I want to buy. And like I'm very like, okay, because they get expensive, and it ends up racking up, you guys, so I'm just... The golden egg. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg, so this is, we're talking about spirit, right? Well, this is the first, but this is the... Spirit. So this is obviously a spiritual reading. So going from the phoenix to the sea serpent to the dragon, your dragon awakening, the transformation, to the golden egg. A message at the center of the heart. The unstruck sound. The unstruck sound. The sound that has not been heard. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. Remember, this needs time to unfold. This needs time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga nidra or meditation. Yoga nidra is really cool if you're having issues. Yoga nidra is kind of like a way to go to sleep. So if you guys have issues with, you're having issues with meditation, try yoga nidra. Nidra, N-I-D-R-A, yoga nidra. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. You need to take time to think about things. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, so if your nervous system is going crazy, you need to learn how to relax your nervous system. Doing yoga, doing meditation is going to help you relax your nervous system. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. So it's learning to really listen to yourself. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. Being comfortable with vulnerability is facing your fears, facing your ego, facing your trauma, facing your self-limiting beliefs. It's like, for example, if you've told yourself, I can't do that because it's too difficult. Why am I telling? It's like me telling myself, oh, I can't swim, it's too scary. Scary to who? Kids do it. I see babies swimming. I see grown people. I see animals swimming. I can do this. I can face this fear. It's like a tangible fear for me. It's an easy way for me to jump in, right? You have to learn to be vulnerable. You have to learn to face your thing. And you guys know, I tell you a lot of things about myself that are very private, you know, quite honestly. Because I want you to understand that other people have gone through the difficulties that you've gone through, that you are not alone. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell, like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. See, look at the picture. It's like you're inside this egg. This is the person, this is you meditating. I don't know, I hope it's in the mirror, in the camera. The fourth chakra, the golden egg and the fourth chakra. The subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart of the fourth chakra. This chakra, called the Anahata, is the home of the self or the soul. By bringing the mind into this center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation, waiting for us. Anahata translates as the unstruck sound. This is your fourth chakra, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's your heart chakra. You're becoming in your 5D, in your spirituality, in everything around you. You're becoming you are a vessel, okay? Your heart chakra is opening up. Spiritually speaking, outside of you, everything is opening up. Okay, we're putting it all together now, all the pieces. So we have the vessel, which, where is it? The vessel. It's the tool, 203. In case you guys forgot, I'm just going back because I forget too. So I'm just putting everything together, right? Because we're putting together a picture, how everything fits together. You're the vessel, you're the container, the most powerful archetype on earth. You contain a lot of power. This is how you're going to tap into your power. You contain a lot of power. This is how you tap into your power. And these are the powers you're tapping into. Do you see that? These are the powers. This is the gift that's awakening. All right. Our first tool is the ring. Union, commitment, union to the universe, union to your person, and tarantula. Let me see what tarantula is. We have fire. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose. Yo, you guys, you need to, if this is you need to figure out your deeper purpose or your dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. Refocus so that you can have these gifts. Whatever has been distracting you, you need to not listen to it. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely, following your intuition. You know, funny thing about spiders, spiders learn, we all have spiders in our homes, right? Spiders actually learn your routine. So spiders try to come out when you're not out so that they don't bother you. So if you're out of the house like in the afternoon, they figure out, oh, you're out of the house in the afternoon, and that's when they go out and they crawl on the floor. They're not trying to bother you. They're trying to live their life and leave you in peace. So what I'm saying about this is the spiders have studied you in your home. Spiders study you, which is exactly what you need to do. You need to study yourself. You need to take the time to study yourself and figure out what your deeper purpose is so that you can have these gifts. And this is in the 3D, you guys. This is the spiritual, right? 5D. This is what's happening outside in your, hold on. Oh, I accidentally pressed a button on my discard clip. Okay. This is in your 5D. And in your 3D, it's telling you you're at a crossroads. So whatever has been holding you back, you need to stop that. Because look at what you have coming forward to you. You need to steady yourself like the tarantula steadies itself. All right, we have the medallion. the amulet, the talisman, which amulets, talisman are objects of protection as well, right? The wolf. So we have fire, we have earth, we have water, water and earth, and spirit. Okay, wolf. Guardian. Guardian of family, of tribe, activism, and ritual. You're protected, you guys. Of course you'd be protected, right? The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Did I not just say you guys have something important to do on the planet? It says you're learning deeper things so that you can become an opening to magic. Uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. It's learning to accept everybody. Contemplate the following. Embrace all and exclude none. When in balance, the wolf is reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, the wolf is judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, you must practice letting go. So you're protected, guardian, and you have to learn to accept everybody so that you can get this gift. You're protected and you're at a crossroads. You need a focus. In the 3D, in your heart, you're protected. Your heart chakra is opening up and your heart chakra is protected because this is your heart chakra, right? Hi, Lisa, honey. This one's good. I'm even saying this one's good. We're doing Pisces read. This one's good. Watch the whole thing from the beginning later, okay? But stay here with us live because this is good. So your heart space is protected. You've got 2 tools. An amulet. Amulets and talismans are protection, right? In the future. And here your heart chakra is opening up and it's allowing you to become this vessel that is going to be giving you all these gifts. Okay, and what's hidden, gnosis, the knowing, this deep elevation that you're going through. That's such a good idea, you guys. You guys should go on walks and listen to these things. You know, I normally, I'll listen to, podcasts when I go on walks. But sometimes I just look for something that's going to make me laugh because life is so heavy right now. I try to, pick funny things to listen to so I can have a giggle or two. Where's the gnosis? Gnosis. 217. The mystic truths, okay? So through your felt experience, through your life, through your experiences, you're going to be learning, you're going to be gaining spiritual knowledge. And underneath that, we have the starfish, which I know talks about being afraid. Let me see. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill. Like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. So people are going to be very attracted to you, okay? This is hidden. This is in the hidden. So these gifts that you're receiving are going to make you very attractive, which is also what it talked about with the shaman, right? Like you have to understand your dark and your light because a lot of people are going to be attracted to you. As you elevate, as you get higher, you're vibrating at a higher frequency. Everybody wants that frequency. Everyone. You're going to have to learn to, to distinguish. You are protected, but you also have to learn to distinguish so you're not taken advantage of in 3D terms, right? The starfish is a thrill like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them. You cannot fall prey to that. Our meat bags are meat bags are meat bags. They're not real. Your spirit, your soul is what's real. So even if you're I put a little meditation alarm so I remind myself. Okay. The problem is these creatures have become reliant on how they look and what other people think of them. I feel like this is the warning, like what you need to be aware of becoming easily impressionable to other people, or people pleasing, or trying to satisfy other people for so long that they've forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossipy and feels empty. To bring into balance, have positive people around you. It's really important for you guys to start cultivating your circle and understand that your circle means a lot, you guys, okay? The people because you're going to be listening to them, they're going to be listening to you. You need to have healthy people that are going to be supportive. Okay, the queen. So this is like the empress, and the shaman is the magi, the sorceress, the high priestess, and the hierophant. This is like high priestess, hierophant, magician, actually, now that I think about it. This is like all three, and this is the empress, because this is like waking up to powers, right? The magician is waking up to powers. You have all the tools, so you can create worlds. This can create worlds. The high priestess is knowledge of knowing all these worlds, and the hierophant is revealing the knowledge, so that's when you're the portal, you're opening the portal. So it's having the knowledge, becoming the portal for the knowledge between both worlds, and third, manifesting that knowledge, manifesting that magic. So it's high priestess, hierophant, magician, and the empress. That's really, really, really powerful, you guys. All right. The oyster. Patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures, right? It's the same thing. You're waking up to these inner treasures that you have. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. Let me repeat that. Oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. And I talked to you about how I had to wait for my cousin to give me verification that what I saw was real, right? Because I was doubtful. They become shy or doubtful. That's exactly what I just said. The only problem is oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires in life work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. When in balance, you feel blessed, generous, and masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripping, clams up. To bring into balance, share something. The oyster has the pearls, you guys. So you have this pearl, this jewel, this gem within you. And when you're the shaman, you reach to the other side to bring the magic across, to bring the pearl across, to bring the gem across to this world. There is some gem, some pearl, some knowledge that you're bringing from the gnosis across into our realm. The bare earth. Where are you, bear? The bear. Waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. You're going through an awakening. You're going through an awakening because you have hidden gifts that need to be shown. You're going through an awakening. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult. It's hard to put in the work. It's hard to do the meditation. It's hard to do the yoga nidra. It's hard to do all that stuff, but you have to. But the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. Let me repeat that. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes. The warmth of spring emerges and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, heaviness. To bring into balance, movement, exercise. Go walking, go swimming. If you have the ability to walk, go for a walk, you guys. So many people don't have the ability to walk. Just go for a walk. It's easy, it's cheap, it's free. It's going to help you. You can listen to podcasts or listen to readings while you're on a walk. Let's see. The unicorn. This is a spiritual card. So underneath the deck, this is the energy that's going through, and we have the spider underneath. The spider is the weaver. Rabbit is good luck. So you're weaving a beautiful story. You're at a crossroads. You need to decide, are you going to do this? You're going to do this. You're protected. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Your ego is going to try to trap you. You have so many spiritual blessings coming toward you. You're awakening to them. Let me grab the unicorn. Let me read what the unicorn says. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. That's this. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up. Wake up. Wake up. To curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day life, a deeper dimension to our experience. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. The unicorn and the sixth chakra. So now we have direct correlation with the heart chakra and the sixth chakra, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're talking about our third eye. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye. The exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called Ajna, the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, our intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and the present, while the third eye peers into the future. And that's why here is the physical, and these two, when you open up these two, the third and the crown, is when you start becoming really psychic. So this is that one, right? And then we have the spider. If you're afraid of spiders, I would say become a friend with your spiders. Creator of prosperity through life's work, through dharma. And there was a card here that said you had to figure out your dharma, right? I can't remember which one it was. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into vast, intricate web that supports the spider. You can create worlds, you guys, and those around it, both financially and spiritually. So if you're in a financial bind, you can get yourself out of it. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented. Let me repeat this. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented. That means it's not, I'm going to become a doctor. I'm going to become a teacher. I'm going to become a pilot. It's the process of I'm going to become a teacher. It's the process of I'm going to become a pilot. It's the process of I'm going to become a nun. Whatever it is. Pick whatever it is. The process. The process is what's waking you up. It's not becoming the shaman. It's not becoming the empress. It's the process of becoming the empress. It's waking up. It's doing your due diligence. It's doing your meditation. It's focusing. Do your yoga nidra. It's going into contemplation. It's facing your fears, facing your ego, facing your trauma, facing your self-limiting beliefs. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of magical, priceless tapestry, and abundance follows. Abundance is coming to you, you guys. Abundance. If you've been stressed out about money, about love, about whatever, you're about to hit abundance. You just have to get into the energy. The energy's opening up to you, you guys. Trust me, not everybody gets these kinds of readings. The rabbit. The rabbit is luck. Huh, Babash? My kitty says yes. Oh, afraid of everything, overwhelmed and frozen. Don't be afraid of everything and frozen. The rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future. It's about what held you back. But you can create worlds. This creates worlds. This holds you back. The zebra with the third eye opening up. This holds you back. This holds you back. Your fear, your ego. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future. And we become our own worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words. Oh, rabbit, they shape your destiny. Please, you guys, focus on your thoughts and your words because you are so freaking powerful. Look at what the reading has come up. Focus on your thoughts and words. Focus on your thoughts and words because you are very needed. Let me get another deck. Let's go with alchemy. Let's make it a Kim Kranz kind of afternoon. Is it afternoon? Let's see. There's a daddy long leg by my kitchen sink, and I've let her there and talked to her. It reminds me I've weaved my web. Now time to sit back and receive. Yep, absolutely. Daddy long legs are so peaceful. They don't do anything. You know, the most dangerous creature is man. All right, let's see what you're alchemizing, my beautiful, beautiful fishies. My beautiful, beautiful, magical fishies out here that are going to do beautiful, beautiful, magical things. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Pisces, you're so filled with power. And we need you so much. We need you. We need you. You're so needed. You are so needed in our realm right now. Please let me see. Please let me see. Please guide me. Please let me see. Please let me see. Springtime soul. Crow. Now let's go. Please let me see. Guide us, please guide us. Please let me see. Please let me see. Please guide us. Please guide us. Please let me see. Please guide us. Please guide us. Please let me see what is coming. Please let me see. Guide us so we can prepare. Please guide us so we can protect. Please guide us so we can see. They're not very easy to shuffle, you guys. There we go. Here's 2. got the crow, the raven's head. That's a spiritual card. Okay. Two more, please. Let me move these out of the way. Let me check my battery to make sure we're doing good. Ah, we're low. I'm on 16. Okay, I'm on 16, you guys. I'm gonna see if she has a little version of this guy, of these cards. There's so many like super cool cards, but they're so big. Like I feel like it's like a thing, like the bigger the card, the cooler the card, but they're just hard to manipulate. They're hard to put your, when they're so big. The void. One more, please. That's a lot. Gold, copper, Ouroboros, lightning, and autumn. You know what? I'm going to take them all. I'm going to take them all. Jupiter. Jupiter on the bottom. Jupiter is expansion. For those of you who don't know, Jupiter is a sign of expansion. Is the planet of expansion, sorry. I have to use the restroom really quick. I'm going to come back. Give me 2 minutes just so if you guys need a pee break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I really have to pee. I'll be back. Luffy, you want to come out? Hi, Papa. I'm back. Okie dokie, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. All right. All right, let's get into this, you guys. I'm excited because this has been a pretty awesome reading. If you guys are going through like some difficult time, save this reading and look it up, you guys, afterwards, okay? Because this is really powerful. Jupiter's expansion and prosperity. I've never even seen this card. Look, alchemical wedding. Underneath it, Hieroskamos and Chiron. Chiron is healing and pain. This is healing. So you've got some major, and look at the spider underneath it. So you've got some major healing that's happening. Some union, marriage, and you have the marriage, this is union up here, right? You had the ring, and you had the talisman, which were union, and you have expansion and prosperity. Okay, I know I like ran. Because I only have like 16% of my battery, so I want to get the reading in. Okay, so first of all, you guys are expanding, whether this is financial or romantic or your gifts. You're like, I feel like it's going to be everything together, okay? It's just so you guys know that, because it's telling you you're going to be like, all the decks are saying you're expanding, you're growing, you're developing, okay. So here we have summer is important and spring. You got 2 timing cards. So right now, it has to be really important. Maybe from right now until next spring. The seasons. 119 and 121. Spring, blossoming, the becoming, the horizon, which is what's happening, right? The blossoming, the opening, the vessel you're opening, this is the blossoming. When spring arrives, our eyes lift from the work and we peer out the window of our laboratory. We realize Earth has been in its own transformational spin, readying itself for a new era of growth. In a state of wonder, the alchemist, you, sets aside the work of winter and opens the door, stepping into spring. When this card arrives, it indicates a blossoming, a coming into one's own. It's generation time. You may be dreaming up a business plan, humming a new melody, or flirting with a special someone. Spring is the season of the East, where the sun rises and lights the world. You do not have to work on anything during this phase. Let the energy of the season push through. You made it through winter and the bulbs burst on their own. So you're going to be getting through something difficult, okay? Summer. Aestus, summer. Fullness, vitality, sensuality. To experience summer is to be embodied. The summer air kisses every crevice of our body, opening us up in ways long forgotten. What time is it? 12:47. I have a doctor's appointment too, so I have to go. Fun times, right? The summer air kisses every crevice of our body, opening us up in ways long forgotten. Lust, desire, laughter, sweat, physicality. These are all expressions of summer's fullness shining through. When this card appears, know that the senses are heightened and the work is nearing full expression. It may feel as though things are electrified or about to burst. Keep in mind that, like all the alchemical seasons, summer will soon pass. For now, everything is in your narrative is fleshed out, and the story has just another chapter or 2 until it begins again. So revel in this time of ripening and rhythm. Celebrate, gather, connect. Whether the season is literal or metaphorical, let yourself be swept into the pulse of these hot and heavy nights. So this time is filled with vitality for you, okay? You're coming into a sense of vitality. Okay, we have antimony and oil of vitriol. Antimony. Okay, so we have the seasons, and then we have antimony, the materials. Wow, we have 2 materials with each other and 2 seasons with, 3 We have 2 seasons and 3, I think this is a material as well. So we have 2 seasons and 3 materials. Okay, antimony. Where's antimony? 141. Wildness, fearness. Look, and they have a wolf. Didn't you have a wolf right here? Yeah, you have the wolf right there. Wildness, fierceness, hunger. In medieval times, antimony became known as the gray wolf of alchemy. Tell me that, dude, right next to each other. This was due to the metalloid's unpredictable qualities and its ability to eat away at materials in the laboratory. Gold is one of the few materials to withstand contact with it. For these reasons, this card must be read with delicacy. On one hand, it represents the wild and free spirit that longs to express itself in the world. On the other hand, it represents a fierceness that can turn destructive or corrosive at the drop of a hat. The message here is clear. Channel the gray wolf's energy toward creativity. Challenge it to come out from the shadows over here, remember? And express itself. Embark on the creative project or adventure that's calling you, rather than focusing on the why you can't. Once you begin, don't quit. The gray wolf responds to respect, not repression. It's facing your fear, your limitations. You need to face them. You need to continue. Oil of vitriol. Oil of vitriol, oil of vitriol, oil of vitriol. 157. Acidity, resentment, and purification. When the green lion appears, a great alchemical reckoning is afoot. Okay, so here in the spirit space, it's telling us that there's an awakening and you're coming into full power. You're not full power yet, but you're like you're coming into yourself, okay? And in the physical, in the 3D, it's saying don't give up, and you're going through some form of purification. When the green lion appears, a great alchemical reckoning is afoot. Long-standing frustration and imbalance cause this regal creature to lash out unconsciously. Frustration and imbalance can cause you to lash out unconsciously, consuming all in its path. Be prepared for the emotional turmoil as the lion thrashes about. Be prepared for the emotional turmoil as the lion thrashes about. Haven't you guys all been going through emotional turmoil? Don't worry. These changes are necessary for growth and in the end will be a relief to all. This is part of the process. Purification is the lion's aim, and it's determined to get there one way or another. When this card appears, the question must be asked. Am I the green lion or the sun? The one consuming or the one being consumed? You need to face your demons, yo. It's saying you need to face it to purify. It is said that finding oneself in the mouth of the lion is a necessary moment on any spiritual path. As the discomfort passes, the sun's beams shine all the brighter. Vinegar in your heart space. Where's vinegar? Hold on. I just saw it right now. Acidity, distillation, and memory. You're protected and you have the talisman and we have memory. The tongue knows vinegar. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops into the mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour and lip-puckering qualities. In alchemy, vinegar serves as an active agent of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. Distillation, figuring out what you need to do. Distillation, figuring out your dharma, right? Because distillation is distilling a product down to its essential being. Fermentation is when you make an alcohol out of something. So you're transmuting it. and preservation is getting through something, right? Preserving something, something that lasts from the summer to the winter. So you are figuring out your essence, you're transmuting, and you're protected. Okay? I'm just connecting the dots. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amounts and with intention. Right? That's why we use vinegar for brining, for preserving foods, so that we can survive the winter. This is very valuable. Of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. It's incredibly useful when applied in the right amount and with intention. This said, it can be easily overused and overwhelming. The situation at hand, when the vinegar card is present in a reading, it indicates a sour note permeates the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. It is in vinegar's nature to take over, to overwhelm. Be cautious with this material. A little goes a long way, as they say. It is productive to look at your past, but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. These cards are all telling us about how your journey is complex. This is not a simple journey, okay? It's telling us that there are going to be difficulties, but let me remind you, you have prosperity and expansion fueling it. Some alchemical wedding and healing. Chiron is healing. All right, let's keep on going. Ether, the void. Ether, the void. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so good. The void, 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 the void. Where are you, void? 42, 42, 42, 42. Ether, the void. 173, 173, 173. It's one of the mysteries. The beginning. Liminal, the darkness, destiny. And right on top of Gnosis and right on top of Starfish. So where are you going to go? Where do you go to find these mysteries? Where do you go to find the magic? Where do you go to find yourself? Through the void. You have to go through the void. And the only thing that could be holding you back is your ego. So you need to face your ego. The void, let me check my battery, because I need to make sure. Oh my God. Okay, we are at, what are we at? We're at 5%. Okay, I'm going to go fast. The void is a mystical riddle in and of itself. It cannot be understood by means of alchemy, chemistry, science, or spirituality. It astounds the most adept seeker and humbles the philosopher. From the depth of nothingness, all feelings and possibilities of our birth. From the depth of darkness, you will come out. From the depth of darkness, you will be reborn. From the depth of darkness, you will come out a phoenix. You have to go through the darkness. All feelings and possibilities are birthed. Behind the curtain of our material world, the power of eternal spaciousness is at work. The card may appear at a time when something has been released, a relationship, a possession, a title, but the void is much bigger than any worldly entity. When an alchemist approaches the void, destiny shifts in the darkness. In the darkness, destiny shifts. This is your destiny. Not everybody gets these gifts. This is your destiny. Like magnets, you are drawn to it as it is drawn toward you. Meditation is critical at this time. Just sit and breathe. Surrender to the vastness. There is an electricity between you and the void that is sacred and timeless. From its center, everything is reborn. And this is in the hidden. In our outcome, we have autumn, which is, you have 3 indicators of time. Autumn is coming up. Lightning, I have no idea what that is. Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself. Gold, which is the only thing that can survive antimony, right? Virgin's milk, I have no idea what that is. And copper. All right, let me go fast. The great serpent. Oh, the great serpent. Just in case, oh man, in case my phone dies, I'll come back and I'll read all of these. Ouroboros. I think that's the... hold on a sec. Interruptions, you guys. Interruptions are trying to prevent me from finishing this reading. Shh, you guys. Okay, let me go. Ouroboros. 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 44. The great serpent, the tail leader, the guardian, the quantum realm. Okay, so wherever your outcome is, you are protected. The Ouroboros is the all-encompassing glyph of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship, giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation, good, bad, blasphemous, or precious. You are going to have the power to transform the materials of our life, transmute into gems along the great serpent's spine. Along with your woes, the Ouroboros engulfs every pair of opposites. What is masculine becomes feminine. What is sky becomes earth. What is past becomes future. When this card appears, you have entered the quantum realm. Everything is a possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again into its gaping mouth for entirely new trajectory. Lightning. That's 13. 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. 13. Where are you? Do we have the lightning? Okay. Perfectionism, facade, hesitation. The stage of leucosis is a complex topic in alchemy. On the one hand, it represents purification of the materials. On the other hand, it's the phase in which the alchemist may mistake the work as complete. On the surface, everything seems perfect, pristine, well thought through, and quite complete. In actuality, the alchemist has been tricked by their own facade of perfection. Their work has hardly begun. Righteousness and fear are the great errors of leucosis. This card arrives to remind us to get our hands dirty. No one is separate from or above anyone else. Rather, every alchemist is a kid in the laboratory, tinkering away with the elements of their earth. No more fretting over your next move, fearing how others will perceive you. It's time to crack open, become who you are. The world needs your true colors. You're going to always be on this journey. These are both serpents. Autumn. Autumn is 19. 19, 19, 19, 19. Summer. The culmination, the broad view, generosity coming into fruition, right? Look, in alchemical terms, autumn is a denouement of Earth's grand narrative. It is a symbol of culmination, harvesting, and resolution. The harvest. The story of our year finds closure, and we begin to look toward the horizons of the next one. It is likely this card will appear as an indicator of efforts culminating, of hard work paying off, of fruit hanging low for the taking, gratitude and generosity of the spirit of the season. So share the wealth of your fortune. Look back, you realize many hands and hearts have helped you along the way. Holding tight to your bounty won't do you any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom and wealth. They offer their boons back to the world as part of the ongoing cycle. Be like the autumnal tree, come to fruition and then release. The open hand gives and receives. Gold. 26, 26, 26, 26, 26, 26, 26, 26. We have copper and gold. Okay, I just found. Illumination, splendor, and culmination. 2 cards of culmination. The alchemist's gold is no ordinary gold. It is not found in rings or coins or necklaces. It is a substance buried deep within, sometimes referred to as the gold of the wise, philosophic gold, the ethereal stone, or the divine quintessence, among countless other names. For our purposes, we seek not the physical metal, but the mystical essence within each alchemist. How do we recognize it? It mimics qualities of the metal itself, soft and radiant, and its planetary counterpart, the sun, warm and bright. It's no wonder gold is associated with a heart. When this card arrives, there is something of incredible value at hand. It is marvelous and rare. Cherish it, get to know its properties and its source. The gold card carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken for a